Time for Larry to tell the truth to the courtroom. Let's get some actual testimony. His last testimony was a joke, but then again, Larry's sort of a joke himself. I'm the one who moved that lantern. So he took the one lantern down and then replaced it with the other lantern. Okay. I was poking around the reception hall before the main event. I saw that the Pega cow was broken. There's a note that said, exchange for the one in the hold, Ellen. So I decided to do her a favor. Interesting. So he didn't do it of his own accord. He was following orders. This seems to indicate, yeah, the victim was killed before the reception. All right. No, Edgeworth is going to say that that is a legitimate note written by Ellen. No, I'm going to say that the culprit wrote that note, not Ellen. Can we get a closer look at this note? Why was this not mentioned earlier? I left that note for myself. It was just a reminder.
Objection!
Oh, so she did write the note. Oh. No way, Edgy. I don't believe it. She would never try to frame me for murder. You still think she's the culprit, Edgeworth? Of course. All right, we've got to cross-examine this. I'm a little interested in the claim that he moved the, Yeah, well, no, okay, I'm not confused by the claim. Wait, where's that note? Why is that note not in evidence? Now I'm confused, all right.
Hold it!
So what happened to the lantern that he moved away? I guess it's still in the hold. Well, let's press every single statement. Larry's trying to get out of the courtroom as soon as possible. Poking around the reception hall before the main event, I saw the lantern was broken.
Hold it!
So it's the Pega cow. Why didn't you replace it with another one? I didn't want to get caught. I didn't have time to check for little details. If you didn't want to get caught, you maybe could have just handed the note to somebody else or brought it to somebody else's attention. Exchange with the one in the hold. So was there more than one statue in the hold? And yeah, that note looks like somebody circled the word exchange. Like, why? So I feel like we're gonna have to present the picture of the hold, right? Where's the picture of the hold? Because the picture of the hold shows there were two different lantern statues there. Now, I assume that those were the two that were later moved upstairs, but in this case, we might present it as evidence.
Objection!
Oh no, that was bad evidence. Oh no. I was gonna ask, like, why did Larry think he needed to move that particular lantern instead of the other one? There's clearly two you could have swapped it with. So then I don't know. All right. Well, looks like we just lost. Let's get the bad ending. I see no need to further prolong this trial. The defense's case is insufficient to overturn the prosecution's claims. The defendant is found Guilty. Oh. So I think this is one of those games where we can just try again. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna reload. Back to the start of the scene. I hope the scene is just this new round of testimony, right? That's got to be it. I hope it doesn't throw me back like 7 hours. Okay, that is in fact it. Okay.
Hold it!
So let's see. Let's press every single statement again. Yeah. The game does remember I pressed those statements earlier, so that's good. That way I can just fast forward through them here.
Hold it!
Let's take a look. It does look like exchange and then hold. Why would we circle exchange, underlined hold? Weird. I did not press the fourth statement, so let's press it now. Nobody saw you the whole time while you switched lanterns. Nope, didn't get caught. Not that time, anyway. Yeah, when I tried to sneak in the reception hall the first time, I got caught, and all these guys grabbed me. Oh, man, those guys are so angry. So apparently pressing the fourth statement was the thing to do, because we get a cool picture. Nick, why are you asking about this? You should be focused on the innocence. I think that's important. Yeah, let's present this. Yeah, let's get this added to the testimony, Your Honor. I tried to sneak into the reception hall. I got caught and locked up in a cabin. So I'm a little confused about when this happened, because you got into the reception hall, so he got locked up, and then he broke out. Okay, that's it. That's when he found the broken lantern and replaced it. Even after they locked him up, he decided to go outside again. Why doesn't something seem weird to you? He says he replaced the lantern after he broke out of the cabin. That doesn't make much sense, does it? Is there an inconsistency here? I guess there is. That contradicts something. Okay, so he says he moved the lantern after he broke out of the cabin. That probably contradicts with his silly photo, because his photo shows it was dark and nighttime.
Take that!
Oh no, it looks like everybody's saying that's the wrong piece of evidence. Oh good, I didn't get a penalty for that.
Hold it!
But let's try again. Let's try again. We can get it through guesswork. So he moved the lantern after he broke out of the cabin. That contradicts. The lantern in which the body was found, Larry did it before the reception began.
Take that!
There we go. The description of that particular piece of evidence mentioned when Larry moved it, so that's how we know it's the important thing. So he swapped the lantern before the reception and after the reception? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, Larry, unless you time traveled. What? No, no, Larry, seriously, what are you doing here? I tried to sneak into the first reception. Oh man, we're going to time travel now. Then, because we traveled back in time, I was able to replace the lantern after the second reception, huh? Mr. Wright, what is the witness talking about? Is he, like, sick? Nobody remembers going back in time besides Larry and Ellen. Oh no. Poor Phoenix. Okay, well, I can't lose any more of my dignity. Might as well just go for it. The defendant has told the defense this strange story. She said after the reception ended, she was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. She wished upon her pendant. Take me back. And then apparently she went back in time just before the reception began. So she went back in time about 3 hours. How would Larry travel back in time, though? That doesn't make any sense. Larry wasn't even there.
Objection!
I mean, he was on the airship, but he wasn't, like, close to her when they traveled back in time. I've heard lots of nonsense from you, Mr. Wright, but this takes the cake.
Objection!
Hey, I was just using logic, and that's all. The groom has been researching time machines. What if he actually created one? And while we were time traveling, I saw a pterodactyl. Woo! A honeymoon in the dinosaur ages. That sounds pretty fun and dangerous. Hold it. Not so fast, Edgy. I'm not the same old Larry that you used to know. No, I'm just some Larry that you used to know. You want evidence? I got your evidence right here, buddy. This is a photo I took of the first reception. Larry's got secret photos? Larry, you should have presented these photos sooner. Well, anyway, good job. You're saving my case. Let's see if these are definitely photos of two different receptions. Phoenix, you are making some bold claims before you even see the photo. Okay, so what proves you have two different wedding receptions? Of how this guy's face is. Okay, the flowers look maybe a little different. Let's take a look at the other photo. Why are the flowers a completely different color? There we go, that's it.
Take that!
In the one photo, it's yellow. And their other photo, red. This is so weird. That's impossible. Why would there be like 2 different bouquets? No. We're really going to say this was time travel though? It's so weird. Like there were a bunch of people at the wedding reception. Oh, were they all in on a secret time travel plot?